My boss fired everyone to boost his bonus, but he didn't realize the quiet programmer he kept was a retired ethical hacker. For 5 years at Omnicorp, I was the quiet anchor of the IT department. My name is Alex, but around the office they just called me the Clipboard Guy. Not because I carried one, but because I was so quiet, so unassuming, they forgot my actual job title was Senior Systems Architect. They thought I was good for organizing spreadsheets, nothing more. The real problem was my boss, Mark. Mark was pure ego, hired for his golf handicap more than his actual talent. He was obsessed with cutting costs to maximize his year-end bonus. One day, he walked in and yelled, "Listen up, this department is bloated. I'm cutting your entire server support team. We'll streamline. Alex, you'll pick up the slack, obviously." He didn't just fire my colleagues, he fired my friends. They were talented, loyal people who had families to feed. Mark didn't care. He was a snake and he just bit everyone who wasn't him. That's when I stopped being Clipboard Guy and started working on a different kind of architecture, an exit strategy for Mark. 2 days later, Mark called me into his office. He had that smug, victorious look on his face. He just won his bonus war and now he was going to humiliate the survivors. He told me the merger is finalized. I need all the historical client data, every last file, every contract, migrated to the new West Coast server by Monday morning. That's a 5-day job and you have until Monday. And Alex, I want you to personally lead this. He was setting me up to fail so he could fire me and blame me for the inevitable loss of data. But Mark didn't know one crucial detail. Before I joined Omnicorp, I wasn't an architect. I was a lead developer for an ethical hacking firm. A 5-day migration job, I could build the necessary scripts and execute a zero downtime transfer in 3 hours. I accepted the challenge calmly. That Friday evening, while Mark was at a long, self-congratulatory lunch, I flawlessly completed the entire migration. Everything was perfect, but I also left a gift. It was a small, undetectable routine embedded deep within the network routing tables. This routine did 2 things. First, it forwarded every single email Mark received, both corporate and personal, to a secure anonymous server. Second, it stripped out any mention of bonuses, fraud, or misuse of corporate funds, and rerouted those specific, damning messages to 2 places: his direct competitor C-Suite and Omnicorp's HR and Ethics Board. The following Monday, Mark walked in radiating confidence. That lasted about 10 minutes. HR was waiting for him. I heard the shouting later that afternoon. When I saw him packing his personal effects into a worn cardboard box, he looked defeated, pale. He asked me, "Alex, you finished the migration. How did you do that entire migration in just a few hours?" I paused at the doorway, giving him a small, genuine smile. I told him, "It's what happens, Mark, when you underestimate the Clipboard Guy. I hope you enjoy your new architecture." He didn't understand what I meant. He wouldn't until he saw his email log. The company announced his sudden resignation by the end of the day. The only thing faster than his bonus accumulation was his severance package. Justice delivered flawlessly and ahead of schedule.